Hello, hello, hello. 2:30 in the morning. Let's do this. I know this is probably the earliest stream I've done. I was just up early and I thought, let's just do a stream. Why not? I'm not going to be around later today, so I thought, okay, let's just do one early. Why not? Let's get one done. Because there's a few things to talk about today. That's a nice potato you're putting in the chat there. Do you like potatoes? I think most people like potatoes. I don't think I've ever met someone who didn't like potatoes. Have you? Have you ever met someone who doesn't like potatoes? I certainly haven't. Okay, let me see here. Right, so there's a couple of things I want to talk about today. We're going to go over some of this Shane Dawson stuff and this stuff that this guy Sanders Kennedy has been trying to say there's an investigation by the police into Shane Dawson. We're going to have a look at that. And there's this other thing that just popped up when I woke up this morning. I was looking at Twitter and I saw this actress Jodie Comer is being cancelled, and we're going to talk about that because I thought the reason there it's a very silly reason to cancel someone. So we're going to go over those two things. If anyone else has anything they want me to talk about, we'll leave it in the chat and we'll see if we can get to it. But first, I'm going to take this jacket off so I don't get too hot. Okay. So, where should we start? We'll start with the Shane Dawson stuff then. Start with the Shane Dawson stuff. Don't worry, I'm not using Real Stream News here as a little source. No one cares about Real Stream News. Not like I'm using the source. I just had this tab open for whatever reason. But yeah, so I'm sure we're all aware by now about the controversy surrounding Shane Dawson at the moment. There's all this stuff from his past, all these very inappropriate jokes, and also some very concerning videos have come up with him, for example, pretending to masturbate in front of a picture of Willow Smith, who was 11 years old at the time. There's also a video of him and his girlfriend at the time, Lisa Schwartz, I think her name is, Leasebug or something on YouTube. And those two were making some inappropriate sexual jokes and trying to teach almost Shane's very young minor cousin about sex as well. So those were a couple of the more severe clips that popped up. And recently as well, people have been bringing this up. People have compiled this little image. And this is Shane Dawson back in 2010. And this is him getting his fans to respond to him with pictures. Now, I'm not sure what this was on. If I had to guess, I think there used to be this app called Daily Booth, and I feel like that's what this might be. I remember I used to be on Daily Booth, and I think it was when I was probably a fan of Shane Dawson, so it was probably back about the same time. Some of these pictures actually do look a little bit familiar, so I feel like it might have been Daily Booth, but I've honestly not checked. I know these are legit though, but it might be Daily Booth. If not, it's some other thing. And basically Daily Booth was kind of like Instagram back in the day, but you could also respond to images with other pictures, and that's what I assume this is. I don't really remember it all that well, but I think that's what this is. Anyway, there's obviously, as you can see here, there's stuff such as, what's the biggest spit bubble you can make? Okay, that's not too bad. But then it's, show me your sexiest face ever. Okay, that's a little bit weird when you're starting to talk about, okay, it's mainly children. Show me your orgasm face. Okay, show me your creepy rape face. Show me your best giving birth pose. I'm filming porn and you're the star. Show me your best move, haha. Show me your mouth. Show me your feet. Show me your blowjob face. Then there's a picture of him here in some sort of blackface. Show me your crotch, okay? So, I think this is inexcusable. His fans are children, and he's posting, and you can see here there's hundreds of comments on these. So people have responded with certain images and stuff. And so I don't think these can be justified. Like, see, people are defending some of the other comments and stuff he has made. Oh, this was just an inappropriate joke. And I do think some of the things he has said, not all of it, but some of it in the past, some of the clips, are just jokes that he's made. And they're horrible. but they're just jokes. But there are also other clips, such as the one I spoke about Willow Smith, or the one with his cousin. Those are completely inexcusable. Those are not just jokes. Those are not just jokes. Completely inappropriate, and as is this. They're all horrible, but I think there are levels to this, and I think some of it is much more damning than others, and I think this is one of the most damning pieces here. And yeah, this is definitely wrong. And going by this, people are saying that this could, in theory, get Shane into legal trouble, which I don't know. I'm not that great with the law. I don't know, but maybe it could. Is this facilitating some sort of child pornography or something? I don't know. But he's saying, I'm filming porn and you're the star. Show me your best move. Ha ha. And his fans are mainly kids? That's dodgy. Show me your crotch. His fans are mainly kids. Your best giving birth pose. So you can see here, 100%, that there is an issue here. And this can't just be let to slide. Anyway, this guy, Sanders Kennedy, he posted a couple of videos about Shane Dawson. So first, he posted, where is it? It was a week ago. I can't see it anymore, but there was a video titled Shane Dawson. Oh, there it is. Shane Dawson needs to be arrested. So he posted this video, Shane Dawson needs to be arrested. He deleted more evidence, he went too far. So Sanders Kennedy posted this video. And then a week later, he posted this video. Exclusive.
Hey everyone.
LA Sheriff's Department investigating Shane Dawson. Survivors urged to come forward. Now, I'm not going to sit and watch this entire video, but you can feel free to. This video has received a lot of backlash because in this video, Sanders Kennedy does not give any evidence that the LA Sheriff's Department is investigating Shane Dawson. He essentially says, trust me. I called them up, I spoke to them. He essentially says, trust me. And so you can make the decision if you want to trust him or not, but he shows no evidence about actually doing that. He's also made another video here in regards to that. But when we go over to Twitter, where is it? We can see there are multiple people who have actually called up the Sheriff's Department to confirm if there was not an investigation. So we have here Def Noodle saying Shane Dawson is not being investigated by the LA Sheriff's Department, said Officer David Payne of the LASD. I spoke to 2 officers at LASD, including Officer Payne. The LASD does not have an official statement on the matter as there is no open investigation. The LASD received a third-party complaint last week regarding Shane. No one has come forward with information since the complaint was made. LASD is suggesting anyone who may want to come forward contact Officer David Payne. For reference, he is not retired. So, clarification, they received a third-party complaint, but without victims or anyone stepping forward with allegations, there's nothing to investigate. And this has kick-started a whole lot of backlash against Sanders Kennedy. So even we come over here, Keemstar posted this. This is a text he says he received from Shane Dawson. And Shane Dawson says, my attorney confirmed with the LA Sheriff's Office today there is no open investigation. And Keem says he's going to report that tomorrow and now on Twitter. And many other people have been calling up and basically getting the same confirmation, which has led Sanders Kennedy to go to Twitter and tweet, closing my DMs for now, being told to kill myself by over 100 people because y'all mad or don't believe is stupid. If y'all can't get the right people on the phone to confirm, doesn't mean I'm lying. It means you don't know how to do your job. And in response to this, I think that's a very bizarre way to respond to this criticism here. You are the man who is making the claim that there's an investigation against Shane Dawson, yet you have no evidence to back this claim up. You're essentially telling people, trust me. Trust me, guys. I called. I know. Meanwhile, when other people call, they get told a completely different story. So if you ask me, it doesn't seem like other people need to learn to do their job better. It sounds like you need to learn to do your job better. If you had done your job properly, provided some sort of proof maybe, if it even is true, then this wouldn't be a hassle. No one else would have to call up the police. So I think that's a very ridiculous reply there. And that's not even me saying he is lying or telling the truth. That's just me saying if this reply is terrible. This response is terrible to the situation. I do think he's lying. And I'll show you why I think he's lying. There's this person here posted this clip, and this isn't about whether I agree with what he's saying in this video or not, but we're gonna play this for you. This is a clip from him 2 years ago talking about the Shane Dawson controversy. 2 years ago. Have a listen.
Going on because a lot of people are confused about what's going on, and we're going to be talking about what people are saying on social media and what the news is putting out there in their articles, and we're going to be talking about what my opinion is about all of this. So let's get into this video. Now, before I get fully started with this video, I just want to go on record and say that I do not think that Shane Dawson is a pedophile, but I do think that the jokes that he made were disgusting, and he has apologized for it, and it was 6 years ago, and we all make mistakes, but I was a little bit like, whoa, like those jokes are harsh. So but once again, I don't think he's a pedophile. I just think that he's a guy who made very disgusting jokes. It's going on because a lot of people are confused about what's going on.
I'm not commenting on his opinion there. He's entitled to his opinion. If he thinks that, he can think that. I don't think there's anything wrong with thinking, oh, those were horrible jokes, but he's not a pedophile. Okay, that's fine. Do I think Shane Dawson's a pedophile? I'm not sure I'm willing to go as far as calling him a pedophile. Has he been creepy in regards to some of the stuff he's put out? Is it inappropriate? Does it need to looked into? Definitely, I completely agree with that. It's wrong. But I'm not quite ready to say, yes, he's a pedophile and attracted to kids. I'm not quite at that stage yet. Maybe I'll get there, but personally I'm not at that stage yet. Anyway, the point is here, not what he's actually said, but the point here is 2 years ago, Sanders Kennedy is saying this, and yes, people change their opinions, but do you really change your opinion from this to suddenly making videos such as Shane Dawson needs to be arrested? 2 years later, suddenly it's Shane Dawson needs to be arrested. 1 minute is, no, he's not a pedophile, it was just jokes. Then 2 years later, he's saying he needs to be arrested. And a week after posting this video, which gets 188,000 views, he posts this other video about the sheriff investigating Shane Dawson. So, to me, it looks like this is entirely for views. This looks like it's for clout. It looks like it's for attention. He has switched entirely from saying, no, Shane's harmless and whatever, he made some horrible jokes, but it is what it is, to saying Shane needs to be arrested. And now he's saying that the police are investigating him, despite having no proof of the police investigating Shane. So, I think that immediately is a little bit concerning. I also saw some other stuff on Twitter. Don't take this as fact, I would need to go check it again, but I was seeing people talking about how apparently he's offering certain exclusive scoops and stuff into this case behind a paywall on his Patreon and stuff like that. And that doesn't sit right either. So what you're saying here is that you're going to only warn people about predators and expose people if they pay you. That doesn't sit right with me either. Like, I have no issue with giving exclusive content on your Patreon or wherever else. There's no issue with that. But to say that you're going to expose predators or whatever, and it's only going to be behind your paywall, that's insane. That is totally insane to me. This guy seems very concerned about credit, very concerned about clout. And, yeah, it's just, I don't trust him. I don't trust him at all. Excuse me. My nose is really, really itchy. Excuse me a second. I'm going to mute my mic. Yeah, so he says he's hiding info behind a paywall. What is that info? I don't think it's going to be anything actually damning. And either way, right? Even if Shane is being investigated, he did get this scoop and he's hiding it behind a paywall, that is just as bad as making this up. It is gross and it's opportunistic. So you're going to hide evidence of someone being a predator. You're going to hide all this very important evidence that should be out there to warn people about this person, and you're going to hide it behind a paywall for your own personal gain rather than warn people. It's either that or he's making it all up. And I'm not sure which of the two is worse. Anyway, I actually think that's probably about all I wanted to really say about this stuff. If there's anything else you guys want me to go over to do with this Shane stuff, then let me know and I'll have a little look into it. But for now, that's really where I'm at. I'm just waiting really to see what's going to come out next. So, the next thing we're going to have a quick look at is this thing. Jodie Comer is over party. So if you don't know who Jodie Comer is, she's this actress who got famous from this role she had in this show called Killing Eve. And she basically plays this psychopathic assassin, and it's a good show. I like the show. But she got famous in the last couple of years from this show. And she's had some other roles and other things. I think she was in one of the Star Wars movies and stuff like that. Anyway, she is being cancelled now. Jodie Comer is over party. Oh no. What on earth did she do? She's dating someone who's apparently a Trump supporter. Why is she being cancelled for that? They're not even cancelling the person. They're not cancelling her boyfriend. They're cancelling her for dating someone who is right-wing. What? Like, okay, hate Trump all you want. Hate the right-wing all you want. But to cancel someone for having a friend or a boyfriend who is right-wing, that is absolutely bizarre to me. That is insanity. Let's read this article. Or not, because it doesn't want to load. Okay then. Goodbye. It doesn't want to load. Oh no. Here's Twitter users have claimed that Jodie Comer is reportedly in a relationship with a Trump supporter named James Burke, who has made some racist and homophobic comments. I wanted to read that full article because there was some context in there that I thought was quite important, but I can't. Why is it not opening? Oh no. Don't look at my history. Oh, there we go. It opened. Right, here we go. Okay, where are we looking down here? Okay, it appears she's probably dating some guy. This isn't even she is dating some guy. She is probably dating some guy called James Burke. A guy called James Burke is also a Republican who made some racist and homophobic comments. And they might be the same person. They might be the same person. This isn't even confirmed. It's not confirmed that she's dating this guy. So it's probably dating. And they might be the same person as this other guy who happens to have the same name who made these comments. And now you're going to cancel someone over this. People are literally all over Twitter saying these people are cancelling her. Look, apparently, I don't know what's wrong with people. What is going on? What's going on, folks? The world has gone mad. Oh, let's close real stream news. I don't want to see that. Okay, anyway, I'm done with that. I just wanted to rant about that for a second. R.I.P. Jeff Bezos. What is this? What is going on? I don't know what Twitter's on today, but it's providing me with a lot of entertainment. Anyway, I actually didn't plan enough. I thought the Shane Dawson stuff was going to take me way longer, but I only spent like 12 minutes on it. So now I don't know what to talk about. Does anyone else have any topics, or am I going to have to make this a very short stream? That's what happens when I get on early. I only got up an hour ago, I had a shower, quickly at a cereal bar, had a glass of orange juice, and then I jumped on stream. Didn't really plan this out. Oh look, there's me. Yeah, oh yeah, I was seeing this Jeffree Star stuff. Jeffree Star is still silent. Still silent in regards to all this Shane Dawson stuff and all this other drama. He's completely silent. Meanwhile, he's been taking pictures with, I can't remember who the girl's name was. But he's silent, as you'd expect from Jeffree. I don't even know what this... food. I'm getting hungry now. Okay. Okay. Let's get off of that. Oh. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Is there anything else? I didn't think through this. And now I just look like a fool sitting here talking to myself. What's your opinion on Trisha snapping on Tati? Like, that was unexpected. Do you mean her video? Trisha's video? I didn't watch the full video. But I tend to ignore Trisha for the most part. Because most of the time, the world is truly ending when Trisha starts to make sense. Yeah, the parts I did see, I saw some clips on Twitter. And the parts I saw, I did tend to agree with what she was saying. But I tend to ignore Trisha for the most part. I do. I don't trust Tati for 1 second. I don't think Tati Westbrook is a trustworthy person. I don't think she's trustworthy, and I don't like her either. I don't really listen to her, and I don't really listen to Trisha. Especially Trisha. I usually just ignore Trisha. There are so many creators like that we just put up with. Oh my god, I can't stop scratching. My nose has gone bright red. I need to go take an allergy tablet or something. I'm actually going red, look. It's completely red compared to... The rest of my face is pale and my nose is just this big red lump in the middle of my face. Just what I'm here for. But yeah, the whole beauty community on YouTube, like, it is... What? Why? How are there so much drama in this one community? And why are they all so vicious? Why do they all hate each other so much? It's like I don't see the viciousness in other communities. Sure, there's drama. There's loads of dramas in many other communities. But they don't tend to be as vicious as they are from what I see in the beauty community. The beauty community are just extra vicious. And a lot of it tends to be over really stupid stuff as well. And honestly, I find them all to be quite insufferable. They're just really annoying as well. And they all like to post their 40-minute videos. Here's my 40-minute expose video. Oh, now here's my 40-minute apology video. It's like Mean Girls but on YouTube. Somehow I feel it's fitting. Yeah, I agree. Jealousy, I guess. They're trying to tear themselves down. That's how I see it. Yeah, they're just... I don't know what's going on. YouTube's a weird place. TikTok might get banned. Do you guys hear about that? That's maybe something to talk about. TikTok might be getting banned. It's already banned in India. Other countries have looked to banning it because they believe that they are selling off data to the Chinese government because they are a Chinese company. So people are worried about privacy concerns. I did see something a while back, and I think it was like government officials or something in the Pentagon. They had all been banned from using TikTok on their work phones and stuff, their work devices, because they were scared that the Chinese government would be getting data about these officials. So that is now apparently being discussed. People want to ban TikTok. I'm not sure how to feel about that. Because on one hand, I do think, okay, makes perfect sense. If you think the Chinese government are collecting your data, basically spying on your country through TikTok, then okay, that makes sense. But you have to remember at the same time, companies like Facebook are already doing the same thing. Sure, they're not working directly for China, but they're selling off your data. They're selling off your data, and that data is going to China. So in reality, it's not that much different. The only difference here is that TikTok's maybe going directly to China. It's no one seems to care when it's Facebook doing it in the US. A US company does it and then sells your data off to China. That's fine. But when China does it and sells it off to China, that's when it apparently becomes an issue. I have an issue with both, personally. Personally, I have an issue with both. I don't really use Facebook. That's one of the reasons I try not to. I mean, for the most part, it's just sometimes it's an inconvenience not to use certain platforms, so you just find yourself using them anyway. But I try not to use Facebook. I don't really enjoy Facebook anyway, but the data and the privacy it takes away from me as well. It annoys me because I like Instagram a lot, and that's owned by Facebook. And it really annoys me because I notice just little things. It's like I click onto my Instagram and I am required to use my mobile number on my Instagram account, because if I don't, when I try to sign in, it says, oh, suspicious activity, confirm your account with a mobile number or else you cannot sign in. So you link it with your mobile number, and now suddenly when I search for something on Instagram, it's like, oh, you should follow XYZ contacts because they are also on Instagram. And it's like, okay, so I guess they can see me as well because I'm in their contacts? That's a bit shady. What if I want to have a private account I don't want other people knowing about? It's just little things like that really, really bugs me. I think Snapchat does a similar thing. I don't know if you need a phone number on there though. But I do remember, I don't use Snapchat anymore. I used it years ago. But I do remember going on there and going into my contacts to add people, and it just pops up with all my phone numbers and people who have accounts. And I'm like, I don't want all this to show up here. What's going on? Stop linking my shit without my permission. So that really bugs me. But yeah, TikTok being banned, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I understand it. I'll say that much. But I do think it's hypocritical to ban TikTok, but to still allow companies such as Facebook to do what they do. And that's where a lot of the Facebook revenue comes from. It's not just ad revenue, it's also from getting all this data and selling it on. That's where they probably make the most amount of money. It's from selling all this user data. And that's what other companies do as well, is when they gather your data. They make so much money from selling it to advertisers. People tend not to care when your data is being sold by American companies, but as soon as another country does it, they suddenly care. Not to throw in blame or generalize, but their xenophobia jumps out. Yeah, I think you're right. I'm not sure I think it's the fact that it's xenophobia or anything. I think it's more that people trust their own governments. In a way. I mean, maybe not entirely. Like, obviously, like, I wouldn't say I trust my government, but I probably trust my government more than I trust the Chinese government, for example. Or I trust my government more than I trust the German government. Like, people tend to trust their own government more than the governments of foreign countries. And that's because I think you're used to living in the country, you're used to things. Maybe it is a bit of xenophobia as well. Like, I'm sure some people will use that. I'm sure there are xenophobic people out there who just don't like China, don't like Chinese people, and think, oh, sure. But yeah, I think it's more the comfort and just knowing the place you are. If you know the American government, then and you're American, it's like it's not that big of a deal. I trust them, whereas you don't trust the Chinese government. You always hear bad things about the Chinese government. Plus, they're on the other side of the world. So, I understand why people are more hesitant there to trust the Chinese government, but not their own. I understand that. But it is still hypocrisy, because the data literally is being sold by American companies to China anyway. So China ends up with the same data. It's not like the data is any different, it's the exact same data. It's just that it's coming either from China or it's coming from America. Does it really matter? It's the same thing. I think people just turn a blind eye to it. I think it's just something, again, that gets headlines, it gets clicks. And I think it becomes sensationalized. People have been hearing about Facebook selling off ads and information and whatever for a very long time. I think it's one of those things that has died down now. No one seems to care anymore. I mean, people still care. But it's not that type of thing that people think, oh my god, share this article around. Oh my god, look what Facebook's doing. It's so horrible. Share it around. Let's get Facebook banned. I think that time has passed. People have become desensitized to it. And I think that happens with any story, any piece of news. Once it goes on for long enough, people stop caring. And with TikTok, this is a relatively new thing. It's maybe a year at most this has been going on. So that's been going on and going on. A year at most. And yeah, so I think people are more inclined to look at the TikTok thing and share it around and say, hey, look, TikTok's gathering our information. And sure, Facebook does it as well, but we've heard about Facebook for so long. And as I just said, obviously, as something is talked about more and more, it becomes desensitized. and people stop caring. It's like when you hear about wars and you hear about starving children in Africa and all the rest of it. It's not that people don't inherently care or feel sorry about the things that are going on there. It's just that when you hear about something for such a long, extended period of time, it becomes hard to continuously care about it. It becomes hard to sustain an emotional response to it. We're just not designed for that. Humans tend to just... You have an emotional response when you first hear something, maybe for a little while longer, but as time goes on, you gradually lessen that emotional response. And with time, you actually stop caring. And maybe that's a horrible thing, but it's just what happens. It's just the way humans work. Anyway, went off on a bit of a tangent there. Anything else we can talk about? Or are we cutting this stream short, folks? And thank you for following Sensibly Morbid. Following? Does that mean subscribed? And I saw a second there, that little zombie guy popped up, running. I thought I fixed that. That's twice now. The last time I did a stream, I got a super chat, and that little zombie guy popped up. What's going on there? I don't want a little zombie guy popping up. I switched to steaks. I wanted pictures of steaks, some nice medium rare steaks. That's what I did. I switched it to that. But for some reason, it's not working. Lodel, my day is going okay, other than this little steak thing. I mean, I only woke up just over an hour ago, and already I've got this issue with this thing not showing my steaks. It showed me a zombie. I don't care about zombies. Who cares about zombies? Who wants to see little zombies running across your screen? I want to see steaks. I'm hungry. Oh, now I want a steak. I'm going out for lunch. The lockdown restrictions here are starting to relax a little bit. The restaurants aren't open yet. On the 15th, you can finally go back inside restaurants. But at the current time, we can sit in outside seated areas. So the restaurant I'm going to, they have like an outside area next to like a canal, and people can social distance there. You can have a few tables outside. So I'm going there. And now I really want a steak. But I've been trying to watch what I eat recently. I've lost 10 pounds in just over a month. I feel skinny already. I like streaming early just because it's a little bit fun. Fun's the wrong word. It's a little bit more relaxed, I think, when I stream in the mornings. It's a bit more easy for me. But at the same time, I always get much less viewers. If I had this exact same stream like 5 hours from now, I'd probably have like 50 viewers. I'd have over double. So it's kind of having to decide between having more viewers or more suitable for me. So I try and do both. I try and sometimes do the later time and sometimes do much earlier. The zombie could be medium rare cooked though. It could be medium rare cooked. But I'm not sure I'd want to eat a medium rare cooked zombie. Remember, it's rotting flesh. It's not going to be very tasty. It's nighttime here and you're about to make dinner. What are you making for dinner? Try to decide what I'm having for lunch. I'm going to have some nice scallops, I think. I'm going to have some nice scallops with garlic butter. I love scallops. And then I might have some veal saltimbocca. I know people don't like veal because of the ethical implications of veal, but it tastes too good. It's almost noon there. Yeah, well, it's 3 minutes and it'll be 11 o'clock here, 11 in the morning. I've been getting up earlier recently. I almost feel healthy. As I said, I'm starting to lose a little bit of weight. Been watching what I eat. And I've actually been eating vegetables every day. Like, that's... I know that sounds a bit ridiculous, but I've been a fussy eater my entire life. And honestly, until maybe this year, I ate probably one vegetable, I don't know. You're supposed to have 5 fruit and veg a day. I was lucky if I had 5 fruit and veg a month until maybe like halfway through last year. And that was my entire life because I've always been so fussy. I liked most fruits, but I really didn't eat veg. The only veg I ate was corn on the cob. Or potatoes if you count it, which doesn't really count. But yeah, my diet until like last year was maybe just meat, bread, potatoes. That was it. I didn't and that was it. I didn't eat seafood. I didn't eat any veg. I didn't eat anything like that. Whereas now I feel like I'm almost healthy now. Bread is a vegetable, Copper. Bread's a vegetable. I was told that my entire life. I always thought bread was a vegetable until just a couple of months ago, and I was having a conversation, and someone says to me, bread's not a vegetable. You need to eat more fruit and veg. And I'm like, what? I thought I was eating vegetables. I thought I'd been eating bread my whole life. I thought that was a vegetable. I thought I was okay. I ate so much bread, I thought I was basically eating 20 fruit and veg a day. But it turns out bread is not a vegetable, apparently. I've been living a lie my entire life. I was so disappointed to find that out. I was devastated. Look at my nice jacket in the background. I think this shirt's a bit creased. I don't know if you can tell on camera. This shirt just creases so easily. This is only the second time I've worn this shirt. The first time I wore it, it was literally just ironed. Shirt ironed. Put it on. 20 minutes later, creased. Like this. It's just, I think it's just a material. Terrible. Now I really want lunch. I've got 2 hours to wait until I'm going for lunch. I have lost a shit ton of weight. I've not lost a shit ton of weight. I've lost 10 pounds. In the last month or so. I think it was the 3rd of June. I weighed myself and I was 262 pounds. I weighed myself this morning and I'm 252 pounds. So I'm getting there. Ad revenue. Welcome to the stream. Please do not use the B word. What did you imagine a bread plant to look like? Hey, it's not that bread's a plant. It comes from the ground. It's made from wheat. Wheat grows out the ground. Wheat is surely a vegetable then. Wheat is a vegetable. You make bread out of it. Bread's a vegetable. Ad revenue. You're getting timed out. See, I really don't care what people say in chats. Like, nothing bothers me except spam. Spam is the only thing that bothers me. I don't care if people are in here insulting me, sending me death threats. I don't give a damn. But the minute you start spamming, no spamming. That really bugs me. That's always been my my motto. Even back on my forums, when I had forums. It was always, I don't care what you do, I don't care who you fight with, I don't care what bad words you use, what horrible things you say, do whatever you please. 2 rules. Nothing illegal, and no spam. Only 2 things I care about. Don't do illegal shit in my chat, and don't spam. I don't care what else you do. Not my business. I timed ad revenue out. Okay. I think I'm going to end this stream, folks. Because I don't really have much else to say. I'm just rambling about a lot of nonsense now. The only cancel I care about, hashtag cancel spam. I can get behind that one. Hey, I'm not a big fan of cancel culture, but I'll 100% throw my weight behind cancel culture if we can do cancel spam. Anyway. I hope you all have a good day or good the rest of your evenings. And I'll try and come back with another stream, hopefully sometime this week or next week. I don't know, Lodel. I'll see. I was thinking about it, but I don't know if I'm going to have time. I need to go out in a couple of hours, so we'll see. If not, then maybe on Friday you'll get a video. Or tomorrow. We'll see. Okay. Goodbye, everyone.